Hi, I'm Josh. I'm a product manager here at Optimizely. I want to show you a bit more about our remote MCP server for experimentation. It's something we're super excited about. We think you're going to be able to get a lot of value out of it. At a high level, I would say this lets you sort of manage your entire experimentation product from all of the tools you're starting to use like Claude, Cursor, ChatGPT. Anywhere that supports remote MCP, you can now bring Optimizely Experimentation to. With it, you can do things like query and explore your data, whether that is flags, audiences, experiments, etc. You can analyze test results and understand what is the impact of my program. You can create and manage all of these entities. And if you're a developer, you can do all of this directly from your IDE. Everything from getting onboarded to using the Optimizely SDK, to creating new flags for your features, implementing them in your code, to cleaning them up when it's ready to retire them. I'm going to show you a few examples here, but encourage you to check it out and give us feedback. Let's start with something simple, just understanding what projects I have access to. We have a dedicated search API backing this, and so we've put a lot of work into trying to make this as performant as possible. You'll see here I have access to 20 different projects in my instance of experimentation. But this type of querying can be super dynamic, and so I want to show you a couple examples of the types of things you can do. So let's see what experiments are running across all of those projects. This is the type of question that is a little bit more challenging to answer today without something like this MCP server or using our tools in Opal. So you'll notice that the MCP server understands the nuances of our different products. It supports both web experimentation and feature experimentation. And so it's able to effectively query across both. Here you'll see I have 17 running experiments across numerous projects. I think for feature experimentation, there's a lot of really interesting and useful use cases for helping manage your flag lifecycle and making sure things aren't going adrift across environments. So here I'm going to ask it to break down and see, are there differences between my environments in my mobile app feature experimentation project? So you can see here that it's able to understand and break down the differences between my different environments. Now I want to pretend that I'm a new developer getting onboarded to Optimizely. We have tools that are hooked up to all of our SDK documentation to ensure you're using best practices, making it as easy as possible to get onboarded to Optimizely. Using the MCP, it's able to give me a nuanced and personalized sort of quick start guide, blending, understanding what type of data I have in my application with what are the best practices of our using our SDK. Well, let's say I actually want help creating a new flag for a new feature. Just like that, I have a new flag created. Now, if I was in my development environment, you could easily have it implement this flag in your code base, again, using the best practices from our SDK. Finally, I want to show you an example of using this to help understand what flags maybe we should clean up. And so you'll see it was able to scan across all my projects just from a single prompt and identify potential flags that I should clean up. And again, once you pair this in your IDE, you're able to quickly find and identify where those flags are in your code base and safely clean them up. These are just a few examples of the types of things you can do with the MCP server. I encourage you to check it out and take a look at how this can help accelerate your experimentation program. We really think this is fundamentally a new way of using Optimizely, and we're really excited to see what people do with it.